Shalom. I do want to start off this lesson by saying all praises to YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, QADASH for giving me the opportunity to do this lesson. I do want to give double honor to the elders and Apostle GREATMILLSTONE for teaching the truth by using precepts upon precepts and line upon line. This lesson I do want to get into today is about a video I found from YouTube Shorts. All right, and this video is kind of a long time ago. I'm pretty sure this topic have been noticed a few months ago because of Trump putting tariffs upon other nations, and that led to other nations starting to expose that the companies that's in America are really bucking U.S. citizens, you know. And in this video is basically was showing you how your everyday supply that you love so much. Let's say you love Pumas. Let's say you love your purses. Let's say you love the phones or the technology or the other stuff. Those are really cheap to make. All right. The reason why it's really cheap to make is because those resources are actually available everywhere. You can actually just basically dig underground and just grab it. Now, I'm not going to say that, oh, it won't cost money, but it's really a cheap labor cost. All right. Some of the items that he said damn near cost $3. Some of them are actually free, but America, when they buy, when they sell it to America, they damn near make it a luxury brand where they make it seem like it's something that's impossible to grab, like it's a limited option, like let's say the iPhone, the new iPhone 16, that's really cost like $400-$300 to make, but iPhone actually doubled the price to sell it, so it costs 1,000 in a retail store, or in reality it actually costs like 500 to make. All right, so you can see how companies are really bucking the American citizens. All right, another example, the purses. A woman loves purses a lot, and they will spend like $1,000 on it. I personally seen it. I work in a retail store, and there was a purse that cost $1,000. I thought it was stupid because who would buy a $1,000 purse? A Jake woman, she surpassed. Hey man, Jake woman, you guys are through. But the Jake woman, she a black woman. She right here came up and she want to buy it. And in my head, I was like, it seems like she's wealthy. I'm happy for her. I was like, I don't think that is a great idea to spend $1,000 on a purse. I think that's kind of stupid. I don't want to, just, it could go somewhere beneficial. So I gave her a receipt. Said, hey, if you want to return it, here you go. This is your receipt. I mean, she was giving me attitude and spent her money on it. Well, guess what? That $1,000 purse that she just spent really just cost like $3 or $50. So you see how basically these people are already bucking American citizens, and they're really stupid by it. All right, and the reason why these nations are getting rich is because they're bucking the other nations. They bucking America. They're really selling the products for extra price when it really costs like a penny to make. All right, and they're getting rich of it. That's the reason why China, Russia, the other nations are getting powerful and powerful every single day, is because they can just sell the products. They can make a product cheap and sell it in America for a expensive price, and they'll get rich. To be honest with you, they don't really need to do it because they make a good product to the point where they could sell it less and still make, they could make a product and sell it for less, and it will still be good. America, they'll damn near make you, like, for example, it was a Lamborghini I was watching. It was a short, and I saw it from Speed. He went to China one day and he was trying out this. It's a bootleg Lamborghini. All right, it wasn't. It was basically like a electronic Lamborghini, and they obviously they ripped it off from the real Lamborghini that's being made in America or whatever. But that Lamborghini that was bootleg and it was cheaper was better, was actually faster, was simpler, and it had better quality, and it was cheaper. All right, and they are making that in China. Imagine they sell that in America with the same price that they're doing in China. Look, man, every car company in America would be sold out. It will be gone. Look, man, your Nissans wouldn't be making money anymore. Your Hondas wouldn't be making money anymore. Toyota, GMC, every car company that's in America will lose because of the quality that they're. The whole point I'm just trying to say is that basically the other nation make their money in America. How they overprice their products in America and they grab it, they use it for their resources like schools, ships, they use it for themselves. And that's why they're getting powerful and powerful. And it remind me of the book of Revelation chapter 18, where it states this, verse 10. standing afar off for the fear of her torment, saying, Alas, alas, that great city, Babylon, or known as America, because America is known as the land of confusion, because people is calling themselves transformers. People is saying that I'm a woman when they're damn near a dude with damn near good ass back, a balky back. All right, is a land of confusion. That mighty, and they put a woman above a man. That's confusion. The mighty city, for 1 hour is thy judgment coming. What is that? 1 hour. That's thermonuclear missiles. And the merchants of the earth shall weep and mourn over her, for no man buy their merchandise anymore. So the reason why they're going to be crying in the days of America judgment is because why? They're not going to get rich anymore. America that used to have been, you where you could sell your products in a costly price and get money by it, is going to be destroyed very soon, and every nation going to be sad about it. Or they're going to be happy because America is just a prideful, a prideful nation, but they're going to be sad because they can't make no more money anymore. All right, it's like the only reason why this nation is tolerating America bullshit is because, and America pridefulness is because they make money out of America. America is basically in control with the world economics. All right, if you're doing trade in the world, you got to use American dollar. If you're trying to buy shit, you got to use American dollar. If you're trying to trade, you got to make deals, you got to use American dollar. America has a grip hold in the world economics. And it's kind of falling apart because Russia is creating a new currency, the BRICS currency. But right now, it's not, that powerful because America has a strong hold around the world with that American dollar. It's very strong. It's hella strong. But it will fall off very soon. But that's the point. And when America falls, they're going to be sad because now it's like, who could buy their merchandise? Who's going to buy their cars? Who's going to buy their purses? Who's going to buy their things? Because other countries, they don't really buy stuff like America do. America buys stuff unnecessarily. Like, they buy stuff that's not really needed. All right, everybody's a victim to that. I do that myself, And the reason why we do that is to comfort ourselves, to excite ourselves, because that's the only way people in America could excite themselves. All right, because we're living in an age where people compare themselves on social media, where people is depressed, people is trying to make themselves happy, they're trying to seek out happiness, so they go after their own lusty desires. That's basically America. All right, that's literally all it is. That's the only reason why people do it. But very soon, YAHAWASHI is going to destroy it, and it's all going to be gone. And I thought of the prophecy of where all the merchandise all the merchants of the earth would, cry because America is ultimately destroyed. All right, the other nations, they're not going to have no problem. They're kind of, but they're going to have no problem because as soon as America be destroyed, they're still going to continue running as business. All right, but this time they're going to be ruled over Israelites, so-called Negroes, Latino Americans. First foremost, the elect. Proof of that is Second Esdras, chapter 6, verse 9. It says this: For Esau is the end of the world, and that's America. As soon as America be destroyed, that's the end of the world of Esau, Edom. And Jacob, first foremost, the Israelites, so-called Negroes, Latino Americans, first foremost, the elect, 144,000. All right, because when America be destroyed, the elect is going to be delivered out of America, and those 144,000 is going to conquer the world. They're going to conquer each nation. All right, it's the beginning of the of it that follow with it. And let's get a scripture to prove that Israel or Jacob's going to conquer. First of all, YAHAWASHI is going to do that. Is Salakia, 1 Corinthians chapter 15, verse 24. It says this: Then cometh the end, or the end of what? Of Esau, Edom world, when he shall have delivered up the kingdom to YAHAWASHI, all right, to Israel, well, to Yahweh, all right, and by saving the Israelites, even the Father Yahweh, when he shall have put down all the rule and authority and power. So all the other nation that's in power, or in those days, is going to be put down under who? Under YAHAWASHI. For he must reign till he have put all enemies under his feet, and all the other nations are enemies to the Israelites. So in those days, America's going to be destroyed, and YAHAWASHI is going to come and conquer the other nations. And everybody's going to be ruling under the Israelites. They're gonna rule. Yeah, they're gonna be ruled under the Israelites, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Americans, and that's what's about to come to pass. Are there gonna be crying in those days? No, because in the kingdom of heaven, there's gonna be peace. There's not gonna be no more wars, no more shit happening because Esau, Edom is destroyed, but they're from beyond the rest. But the whole point is that these nations not going to care about American destruction. It just reminded me of the book of Revelation chapter 18. That's the reason why I made this lesson, because of the book of Revelation chapter 18. I just went off topic, but still, it is prophecy, and this is basically what's going to happen next. Let's play the video real quick.
Literally every manufacturer in China is exposing American brands for overcharging their customers for products that are dirt cheap to make. Companies that make things like laundry detergent pods are saying that they cost about 5 cents each, but then American brands like Tide are charging over $20 for a single container. Designer brands like Louis Vuitton and Gucci allegedly make their bags for around $100, but then proceed to charge at least $2,000 for their smallest size. Even makeup brands like Sephora are notorious for charging $80+ for palettes and foundation, when this stuff is basically free to make. Literally every manufacturer.
Alright, so it shows you that the nations are basically getting rich by American costing this. And by, according to prophecy, what's going to happen? They're all going to cry in the day of America judgment because of what? They can't make their money anymore. So I thought it would be a cool lesson to go into. And I thought it would be a cool lesson to go into this. Hold on, I just subscribed to this guy.
Literally every manufacturer.
Alright, Salakia. I did not want to subscribe to that guy, but basically just want to prove that point. I want to give all praises to YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, QADASH for giving me the opportunity to do this lesson. I do want to give double honor to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone for teaching the truth by using precept upon precepts and line upon line. Shalom.